Hey you guys, it's Michelle. Hey, I'm sorry for the delay. Hopefully some of you are able to get on or at least listen to the recording. I don't have a PowerPoint tonight, so we're just going to talk. We're just going to chat and talk about the business. So a couple of just housekeeping items for the end of the month. Tomorrow is the last day to get double incentive points for your personal retail sales. So I would really stretch to get those personal retail sales as high as you can get them to get those incentive points. And those incentive points go toward, of course, the cruise, but then they also go toward, and I'll turn my sound off so we don't get your Facebook dings. They also go toward the awesome case that you can get with Unique. Oh, maybe at the end I'll pull my case out so you guys can see it because it's awesome. Case, catalogs, YCash, the cruise, and then a cruise for two. Okay, so lots of rewards. It's also the last day to get cash bonuses. So if you're working toward pink or above as your first time hitting it, there's a cash bonus. They're awesome. All the information is actually right on your Unique website. So I think that's pretty much it. Lots of exciting things. So, oh, and then the kudos. The kudos will change after tomorrow. I do not know what the May kudos is. They don't give us leaders and any insight on that, so we get surprised and excited just like you guys do. So, okay, so tonight we're going to talk about, we're going to go kind of quick. I'm actually getting ready to go out of the country tomorrow. So we're going to go through this kind of quick, but grab a notebook, take some notes, and we're going to talk about how to build a solid business with Unique. Okay, so a lot of people maybe struggle with this. I don't know, how does a business look? What am I supposed to do to really make this grow and grow and grow? A little bit just about my background. I have been doing direct sales for over 8 years, 6.5 years with one company and then 1.5 years with Unique. And then even before that, I sold knives with Cutco for a summer. I did a really bad job as a Mary Kay consultant 10 years ago. I think I did it for like a month and then I didn't do anything. So throughout that time, I've learned a few things along the way. So hopefully I can kind of share that with you. But just know that it's taken me a little bit of time to learn all of that. So direct sales, basically there's two parts of the business. There's selling and there's sponsoring and building a team. A lot of people get stuck in the selling mode because I don't want to say it's easier, but that's just the more immediate money, right? We see the product, we sell it, we make money. So a lot of people get focused on the selling and they focus on getting their $1,000 of PRS, their $250, $500, whatever every month. And they love the fact that they're getting paid every 4 hours because Unique is awesome that way. And they're just so focused on the selling, okay? So selling, one thing that's nice about selling is it's 100% dependent on you. If you want to make more, you sell more, right? If you want to make less, you sell less. So it's kind of in control of you. The other half of the business is sponsoring and building a team. So I do not feel like this is harder, but it does require more intention, and we'll talk about that. But sponsoring and building a team is now you own a franchise, okay? And you're helping other people start their own franchise. So you have a franchise and you're helping other people start their franchise, and because you're helping them and supporting them and getting them started, you're going to make a cut off of what they're selling. And so with Unique, once you achieve the rank of pink or above, that's where you start earning money off of your team. Okay, so we have selling and we have sponsoring. Okay, to be really successful with this business, you need to do both. And you need to do both consistently. And that's a huge part of it, is you can't sponsor one person and then wait 6 months and sponsor another person and expect to promote, okay? So I'm gonna tell you a little formula for success. Actually, 3 different formulas is what I'm going to tell you. And whichever one works for you, perfect, go for it, okay? Because it doesn't necessarily matter exactly which formula you do. What matters is that you do it every month, that you're consistent. I can't even stress how important it is to be consistent. Because as you're bringing people into your organization and sponsoring, if they see that you're consistent, they're going to be consistent. If they see that you're not consistent, they're not going to be consistent. So however the leader is, that's how the team will follow. And it's so true how that is, okay? So here's 3 different formulas. If you want to be a rock star, you want to rise to the top, and you want to get there as quickly as possible, then your formula is going to be 5, 2, and 2. 5 parties a month. I'm going to say a week if you're doing online parties. If you're not doing online parties, if you're doing home events, I would say 5 a month, okay? But I think 5 online parties won't quite get you to this number. So 5 parties, 2,000 in sales. I'm totally missing this. 5, 5, and 2. There we go. I'm sorry, totally confusing you. 5, 5, and 2. 5 parties, sponsor 5 presenters, and have 2,000 in sales. Okay? If that feels like a stretch from where you're at, that's probably a good thing, right? Because if you're not progressing as fast as you want to, then you have to do more. You have to do something different. You have to stretch yourself. That's the way it is. If you're not happy where you're at or you want to grow, you have to grow yourself before your team will grow. So 2,000 in sales, if you are somebody that's reaching for black status, green status, orange status, purple status, 2,000 should be what you're aiming for. And I'll tell you, in probably my first 6 months, I never sold. I think there was one month I did 1,000 something, but most of it was 2,000 to 3,000. The month I hit green was even more. So I made sure I had those sales activity, because here's the thing: the more sales you have, the more your circle is going to grow, and the more people you're going to be in touch with. And those first customers are going to turn into presenters and future hostesses and contacts, as long as you follow up with them. So the sales, especially as you're getting started, they are super important, okay? But did you notice in that formula, that's 5 presenters, okay? So how do you get those 5 presenters? Let me go through all 3 formulas, and then I'll talk about sponsoring and how that plays into your business. So 5, 5, and 2, if you want to be a rock star, you want to go fast, I promise you, I mean, you can take this to the bank. You do 5, 5, and 2, you'll be green 2 months, maybe 3 months, 4 months max, okay? Max. Someone else did this formula, and yes, we were probably growing just a little bit faster. She hit black in 6 months, okay? The formula works, promise, okay? I did very similar numbers. My first month, I sponsored 5. Okay. All right. So let's go to the next formula. So rockstar status, okay. Building a business strong. So just down one little level. So building a business strong, the formula is $500 in sales and 3 presenters. Okay. This, I'm kind of iffy on this. So Brianna Richardson stresses this, and I love having a formula. And honestly, if you sponsor 3 every month, you're going to be amazing and fantastic. And having $500 in sales is going to put you at that minimum that you need for leadership. So that is a good formula. But the main focus is the 3 presenters, okay? Every single month. So, okay, 3 presenters. So $500 in sales, 3 presenters. Okay, so we've got our rock star formula, $2,000 in sales, 5 parties, 5 presenters. We've got our building a business strong, okay? $500 in sales, 3 presenters. Honestly, anything under $500 in sales, some of you may disagree with me, and that's okay. That's okay. You're just doing your own thing, okay? You're doing your own thing. Your business is growing at whatever pace you want. And for a lot of you, that's perfectly fine. You are totally fine with that, okay? But I'll be honest, if you're doing less than that, less than $500, your business is not going to grow, okay? All right, last formula I'm going to teach you. Again, it doesn't matter which formula you choose, just pick one and do it every month, is 8 parties a month, 2 presenters, $2,000 in sales, 2 presenters, okay? That's kind of in between rockstar and building a business, okay? So that means you're sponsoring 2 people every single month. There's a direct connection between all 3 of those, and that's the sponsoring. So your sales can be kind of wherever, but you have to sponsor every single month to build this business really strong. Why is that? You're going to sponsor people, and they're going to be a big range. And I find that, I'm like adjusting myself. Okay, I find that the rule of thirds is really true with direct sales. A third of the people you sponsor are going to do nothing. Absolutely nada. They're going to join. They're not going to sell a thing. Maybe they'll just sell 1 mascara and then they won't do anything again. They're not going to log it to their back office. We don't really know why people join and do that. None of those people are on this call, because if you're on this call, you're not the third that does nothing, okay? There's a third that does nothing. And I mean, everybody. It's true for everybody. Winning husband, third of her team, nada. The top third will do everything, okay? They're going to hit yellow. They're going to work toward fast start. They're going to sponsor. They're going to be excited. They're going to get on the calls, okay? They're going to be plugged in. And then there's that third in the middle that could kind of go either way, okay? Some months they'll maybe be active. Some months they won't. One, you know, maybe it'll take 6 months for them to click and be like, you know what, I really want to do this business, okay? So it's good to know that statistic because I want you to think about it. So if you join January 1st, you sponsor one person. Which of those three are they going to be? We don't know. You don't know. You have no idea. You can't prejudge anybody. So you don't know which of those three they're going to be. They could be the third that does nothing. Okay, so you sponsored one. We'll just say they don't do anything. Okay. February, we sponsor another one. Which of those three is it going to be? Okay, we're going to say it's going to be another one that doesn't do anything. Next month, March, you sponsor one more. Okay, we're going to say that's someone that does everything. Okay, so there's your third that does everything. April, you sponsor one more. Someone in the middle. Okay, just depends how she's feeling that month, or you know, if she gets that great support from you, she could lean this way. Okay, so now you've sponsored 4. You've been in the business for 4 months, and you've got 2 that do nothing, 1 that does something, and 1 that's a rock star. Okay, what rank are you going to be at? Are you going to be at pink? Maybe. Maybe, because if this rock star is moving and grooving, maybe. Statistically, it's about 1 out of 6 that you sponsor is going to be your rock star leader, da da da. So if you haven't sponsored 6 yet, you just haven't found that person. Yeah, come here, bud. This one. Those are awesome. Okay, do you want to sit by me?
Legos.
Okay, you can pull the blocks out. You might have a little bit of background.
Where is it?
Sorry. That's what happens when you're trying to do things at night when kids roll around. Okay, so you have to focus on sponsoring. It has to be your intention. One reason I feel like I did so well. Can we have to be quiet?
I need this table.
Okay, you can use this table. Okay, I'll just use my computer. Oh, just use that space right there. Okay. One reason I feel like I did so well with Unique is I focused on sponsoring from the very beginning. My first month I sponsored 5. My second month I sponsored 8. The next month, let's see, October, November, December, I think was another 8 or 9. Then in January, I think I sponsored 1 or 2. So I have up and down months too, but I sponsor every single month. Every single month. And I'm very determined for that goal. So if I get halfway through the month and I haven't sponsored anybody, then oh my gosh, that is like on my mind. And I'm not crazy about it. I'm not stressed about it, but I'm intentional. So I'll think, who can I talk to? Who have I not talked to yet? Who can I reach out to? What customers can I follow up with? I make lists. I'm a big list person. So I'll make a list of everyone that I'm contacting and thinking about and working with. One thing that I do too that some people don't always do, I notice a lot of new presenters will focus on their like 3-4 people that, you know, for sure are going to join the business with them. And they're so focused on those 3 to 4 people that they miss all these other conversations, things that they can have on the side. So tonight I'm not going to go through all the sponsoring tips. I could do a whole hour just on sponsoring, how to sponsor, words to say, all that good stuff. I think I have a video on that. But if sponsoring is something that you struggle with, then that is the one thing you need to focus on the most, because that is the thing that's keeping you from succeeding in this business, is the sponsoring. Okay? So if you're great at selling, and you're great at sponsoring, if you're not where you're at in your business, then there's one more key, and that is helping your presenters get started in that duplication. So let's talk about that, because some of you had that question, like, okay, I am selling, I am sponsoring, how do I get them started? So again, we're going to keep in mind statistics, right? So if we sponsor 10 presenters, how many of them are actually going to work? 3. Okay, that's why I think 10 is a magic number. Okay, 10 is a magic number. Once you get to 10, your team starts to move more, because now you have 3 other people helping you to build the business. Okay, that's important. You need people to help you build the business. Okay, it's hard enough to build it on your own. You need people to help you. So you're good at the sales. You figured out how that sponsoring works. You've listened to trainings. One really quick note about sponsoring. I know I said I wasn't going to really go on to it, but the biggest secret for sponsoring is how you think and how you feel about sponsoring.
Yeah.
And you may not believe me. You may be thinking, no, there's got to be like some sneaky words that I say or some, method that you do. It's not. It's how you feel about the opportunity and how you feel others feel about the opportunity. So I had someone on our team, not going to mention names or anything, because there was nothing wrong in how she felt. But she said to me, all my friends, they don't want to do direct sales because there's already so many people selling all these other different products. And I thought to myself, and I wrote her message, I actually recorded a message back to her, and I said, I think that's more what you think about your friends. Did your friends actually say that to you? Or are you just assuming your friends think that? You hear my son crying in the background. Hey, Matthew. Shh, talk quiet. Okay. How you feel about the business and how you feel about the opportunity is like 80% of the success that you have in this business. If you don't feel like, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing opportunity ever, oh my gosh, you have to join me at this. You've got to do this with me. This would be fantastic. If you don't have in your mind that I need to contact as many people as I can to get the word out, that's going to subconsciously change how you talk to people and what you think about people. And it's going to prevent you from sharing that opportunity. Okay? So self-development really helps with that, reading more books, going to trainings, going to convention, and feeling that passion behind the business and that desire to share it with others, okay? All right, so on to the next step. Duplication. This is like that mythical unicorn, I think, in direct sales. We're like constantly chasing it. How do we make duplication happen? Because what if I'm totally rocking it, I'm selling, I'm sponsoring, I want to succeed. How come I can't get any of my new people to want the same things that I want? Okay, so the key to duplication is, are you listening? This is good stuff. Getting your new presenters off to a strong start. Okay, that is the key. Not only getting your new presenters that you personally sponsor off to a strong start, but any new presenter in your immediate team off to a strong start as well. And this is a mistake that I made. I was just depending on other people. Please, train your teams, teach them everything that I would teach them. But somehow in the middle, some of the information was not being passed down. So like, for example, we have a team training site, and I realized that most of the people, or a lot of people on my team, had no idea we even had this resource available. And they just weren't being trained on everything that they needed to do. So how do you get the new presenter off to a strong start? Okay, number one, you are the expert. Okay, so when you have someone that joins, they look to you for what to do. And this is true with sponsoring, with selling. You kind of just have to tell people what to do. But here's the thing. You have to give them a good reason to want to do it, okay? So if I have a brand new presenter, I want her to have the best success rate from the start. So I might say to her, hey, Shelly, so those that are the most successful in this company, in our business, number one, let me back up. We're going to set you up for amazing success. We have a proven plan to help you get started, and you're going to be just fantastic with this. What I found is that the most successful people in this business book their calendar right from the start. So we encourage them to have 6 online parties booked the very first week that they're a presenter. Now, if I just stopped there, okay, she would be like, okay, that's all nice and dandy, but what's in it for me?
I can help me with my room, and it's too messy.
Okay, can I help you when I'm done? Do you want to stay here? If you're really quiet, you can stay here.
Yeah, what's on there?
You have to wait like 5 minutes, okay? I'm almost done. Okay, so I lost my train of thought for just a second. I'm sorry. This is a little bit chaotic. So, new presenter, you told her, okay, you need to book 6 online parties your very first week. Or how about this, before she even signs up? Okay, if you have someone that's interested in joining, why not set them up for the most success and say, you know what, before we get you signed up, the most important thing you need to do is to have 6 online parties on your calendar ready to go. So that way, the moment you sign up, we can set them up and you're going to have this amazing fast start, okay? So that's number one thing I would do. But you have to convince her that this is going to be good for her You have to persuade her, show her the benefits. So show her, you know, my average party is about $200. 200 times 6 parties, that's $1,200 in sales. And guess what? That means you've already advanced to the very first ranking unique. How amazing would that be? It's going to get you off to a really great business start. From those 6 parties, most likely, if you're working the business and you're talking to people about the business, you will find, you know, at least 2 people that want to become presenters, plus future hostesses. That's going to be the benefit of getting those 6 parties on your calendar. What do you say? Okay, if I explain like that, do you think she's going to be more likely to do the work to book those 6 parties? Okay, I also need to give her some tools. I need to tell her what the words to say. I need to help her with, you know, here's how you book those parties. Okay, and this is why you, as a leader, you need to help train those on your team, even if they're sponsored by somebody else. Let's say you sponsor Susie. Susie's brand new. She's super excited, but she's brand new. She sponsors Katie. Is Susie going to know how to train Katie? Realistically, okay? Probably not. You need to help train both of them together. And you can let Susie know, hey, I'm going to help you with training. What you need to do is get your new presenter on our weekly call. Okay, we just started doing weekly new presenter calls. We need more people on them, okay? You got to get your new presenters on them so I can help get them trained and up to speed, okay? That's going to really help with that duplication. So get your new presenter started. Now, I used to think, I had a big aha moment this last weekend. We did a training in Denver. I'm sorry, this computer's moving around. I had a huge aha moment that I think will really help me with my business. I had thought before that I needed to have like the perfect email to send out to new presenters, the perfect training site, the perfect information where I could just send that person there and just, they could have all access, you know, to everything and just have all the information all at once. I just wanted to send everything all at once and say, you know, okay, let's get you going. And I, you know, was kind of thinking, why do I have some presenters that don't get going, that don't book parties, that don't do those kinds of things? So my aha moment, and this is how I'm changing my business from here on out, because this was just this last Saturday, so I haven't had a lot of time to put it into practice, but I'm going to, is give your new presenters little daily tasks, daily information. Okay, you need to be their BFF for their first 30 days. Okay, no matter if there's someone that does nothing or someone that does everything. Okay, if they do nothing, here's what's going to happen: they won't respond to you. Okay, that's how you know they're not going to do anything. They won't respond to you. If they respond to you and they're doing what you're telling them, they're going to be rock stars. Okay, BFFs, best friends, holding hands, skipping down the road together. Your partners. That sounds really funny. But your partners, okay, you partner with them, and your mission is to get them to yellow by the end of the month. That's your mission, and don't let that mission up, okay? So help hold them accountable. They don't know what to do, and most people are used to a boss telling them what to do. You're not a boss. You're not their boss, and I'd be really clear about that. You know, I'm not your boss, but if you'd like to be held accountable, I'd love to help you do that. Does that sound like something you want to do? And ask, how do you feel best supported? You know, is email, Facebook, phone calls? Do we need to meet in person? Another good thing to ask your new presenter is, what does success look like for you? Because it's going to look different to everybody, okay? So when I have someone that signs up as a presenter, I try to give them a phone call as soon as possible, okay? The next day, that day, whenever. But within 48 hours, 48 to 72 hours, okay? They need to hear from you as their sponsor, okay? Recently, I've been trying to call everyone in my circle. I admit I haven't gotten to all of the international girls. I'm going to pay international calling cards so I can call them, excuse me, as well. I've been trying to call everyone in my circle so they know, you know, if they aren't hearing from their sponsor, they know who to go to and where to get information. And plus, doesn't it just feel good to be welcomed, right? And to this team to automatically feel part of an organization. I can't tell you how important that can be to somebody. It may make the difference, you know, that third in the middle. Getting a phone call from their upline or their sponsor or their elite may make the difference in them doing nothing and them doing something, okay? Really can make the difference. So you got your new presenter. You've called her, okay? You've asked her what success looks like for her. You've asked about her why. What does she want to do with this business? Okay, you're going to spend about 15, maybe 30 minutes on the phone with her, asking about her, getting to know her, keep, write it down so you can remember this about her. How many kids do you have? What kind of job do you do? What do you want to get out of Unique? Well, you want to make, you want to provide activities for your kids. So that's great. So how much money would you need each week to do that? Okay, great. So then each week, how many online parties do you want to hold each week? That's a really good question to ask, because we are a party plan company, and you really do yourself the favor by teaching parties to your presenters. Okay, teach parties as the core of what we do. Okay, that's the core, and then we can add on things to the side. Okay, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube videos, one-on-ones. We can fill in events with whatever. But I would teach parties as a main kind of focus, main part to your business. Okay. Thanks, Ben. Okay, so you've got your opening call with her. Then you're going to get her on our new prisoner welcome call on our team. We do it every Wednesday. Tonight was a little exception because I'm getting ready to go out of town, which is why this call was an hour late. But every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay, that's 8:30 p.m. UK time. And then at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So 2 times. And we do record them. All you have to do, if you have a presenter that cannot get on those 2 times, message me. I'll send you the recording, okay, from the last week. Super easy, okay? So welcome call to new presenter. BFFs, get to know her. Ask her about herself. Connect with her. That's huge in this business. Write it down so you don't forget it, okay? And then get her on a new presenter welcome call that our team is doing, okay? And then daily tasks. So I am putting together a spreadsheet because that's just how I roll. That's how I stay organized in my mind. I need a spreadsheet. You might not be like that, but that's how I am. I need a spreadsheet. I'm like the most, I am the most unorganized person you probably have ever met. Okay, so I have to have things that help me stay organized or I'll just go nuts. So I made a spreadsheet, and on the top there's different columns, and each column is something that a task, not as a task, a skill, okay, or task, something that I feel like a presenter needs to do or needs to know to be successful. So the first one might be order 5 sets of lashes, okay? So that's something we talk about in the new presenter call. If they don't get on the new presenter call and you don't tell them, they may not know they need 5 sets of lashes to have cash carry to be successful, right? So things like 5 sets of lashes, things like purchase a domain, create your own email, okay? Set up 6 parties, create a video for yourself, your first YouTube video. So you can just get that out of the way, check that off the list, okay? So there are little tidbits. Do the weekly courses. So instead of me now emailing out this huge email with all this information and here's the training and good luck and let me know if you have any questions, okay? That's like leaving them to fend for themselves. That's not very nice of me, right? I brought them into this business. I need to support them. And here's the thing. If the more you support them at the beginning, the better their chance for success. That initial investment, maybe you spend an hour, total time over the week with, a quick minute here, quick minute here. Maybe it's 2 hours, okay? Maybe you're spending 2 hours a week with your new presenter for that very first week. That time is so worth it. Okay, it's so worth it. That investment will go over and over and over again. Okay, so get on a new presenter call. Call her personally. Send her an email. Why not even mail her a card? Okay, gives you an excuse to get her address right away because you'll need it in the future. So you can send her something random and fun, or when she hits a certain rank, you can celebrate with her. Send her a quick little gift card to Starbucks. Something fun to show her thanks so much for being part of our organization. So get her address. Find out maybe something fun, like what's your favorite color, what's your favorite candy, what's your favorite, activity to do with your husband. Do you like to go out to eat? Do you like to watch a movie? If you know some things like that about her, then you can fit the rewards, the incentives to what she already likes to do. She likes to go out to the movies with her husband. Perfect. If you want to motivate her, maybe consider like, hey, we're going to do movie tickets this month for the, top sales, something like that. Okay. New presenter, best friends, 30 days. After 30 days, it depends where they're at. Are they the third doing nothing? Okay, then maybe once a month you message them and say, hey, how's your month going? Here's the special for the month. Just wanted you to know. Because they are not going to be logging into their website. They're not going to be reading the emails very much, okay? So they won't know a lot of things. So they'll be the people that you kind of need to just keep in touch with, okay? In the middle, again, support them because they could go either way and help them with what they need. But 80% of your time is going to be spent with 20% of your team. Okay, so find the rock stars, find those that are selling. They could be 2-3 levels deep even. Maybe you didn't sponsor a rock star, but maybe someone else did. Okay, work directly with them. You want to get to know several levels deep on your team, and maybe you're just getting started and you can't even fathom having people 2-3 levels deep. But I'm telling you, as you get duplication in your team, it's going to grow and grow and grow. Okay, so I want to tell you just really quick my little story of Unique. I joined October 2013. I mentioned my first month I sponsored 5, so there were 6 of us. We were a team of 6. Yay! Next month we had a few more. By December we had 50 on our team. And it's not because I sponsored 50, it's because everybody was sharing and growing. Okay? I think January or February we had 100. Okay? Last August, right before convention, we hit over 1,000, which was huge. And then we just passed 3,000. That's the power of duplication, okay? And I know the company grew really fast last year, and it might slow down just a little bit, but it's still going to grow. And those that are creating duplication on their teams will grow faster than those that are not, okay? So I want you to think about, where do you want to be in 6 months? Okay, if you want to be up a certain level, green, orange, pink, blue, whatever, okay, or your income, or you just want more people on your team so you have more fun, duplication is where it's at. You have to teach your team to do it. You have to handhold your brand new presenters, and you can't assume that they know everything that you know. Now they're just going to take off, okay? Most people don't just do things. They're used to people telling them what to do. So it's okay. You can be nice, but still tell them what to do, okay? So I think that's pretty much, I think if there's anything else. Let me just talk a little bit about motivation. So you can help get people motivated. You can inspire them, okay? You can give them a pep talk. You can remind them about why they were doing the business. Okay, if you have someone that has told you before, hey, I want to do this, and then they're not following through, ask them. I mean, you can be real with them. Are you where you want to be? Are you doing the things and okay, so you're struggling, so tell me, what's the activity that you're doing? So after you get past that 30 days, that's when you go into coaching mode. Okay, so you train for 30 days and then turn into a coach and a mentor. So you'll find out of the 3 that you sponsored that month, one's going to really take off. She's the one you're coaching, okay? Every team, if you have more than 4 people, even if you don't have more than 4 people, but every circle group, okay, if you have several on your team, what you need to do is find 3, 4, 5 people. That's your key 3, 4, 5, whatever, okay? Those are the people that you do a weekly call with, okay? If you're not doing a weekly call with your sponsor or your uplining lead, request one. And I'm a big phone person. Not everybody is. I have some leaders on my team. We don't do phone calls. We just do messenger. But you need to be in contact with your growing leaders, okay? They need to hear from you. Some people need that weekly, check-in. Most people want it, okay? That's the thing. I had a presenter say, I don't want to bug my girls. And I said, well, that's fine. But most people want to be in touch with their upline. So if you're helping them achieve their goals, is that really bugging them? If they've told you they need to make $500 a month and you notice they're not doing the activity to make $500 a month, are you bugging them by helping them get to their goal? Absolutely not. And that's why it's good to set that up at the beginning, okay? What does success look like for you? Another good question to ask your new presenters is, this business has ups and downs. So when you're having your downs, okay, how do you, and I'll know because I stop hearing from you. It gets really quiet on your end. What do you want me to do? How do you want me to respond? The other aha moment I had this last weekend was, okay, so your new presenter gets started. She does amazing. She does like sales out of the roof because she goes through all her friends and family. Yeah, bud.
I couldn't got ready.
Awesome. Okay, I'm almost done. I got like 2 more minutes, okay? Do you want to sit here with me?
All right. Like helping Dad with the dishes.
That would be awesome.
You said to do that, right?
Okay, yeah, that'd be awesome. Yes, psychology's working. Okay, so My other aha moment, I almost forgot. My other aha moment. Okay, so your new presenter gets started, right? She's doing amazing. She tells all of her friends and family they're doing fantastic. Okay, she has amazing sales her first month, or even sub-amazing sales. Okay, she's doing pretty good. And then the next month, it's like really, really low. And she's messaging you and she's frustrated, okay? The worst thing you can do as a leader is to go down to her level and say, oh man, I know, sometimes it gets hard, it's frustrating, I can totally relate, you know. Don't do that, okay? You're just telling her, hey, it's okay to be that way. That's how it is. We're all sad, okay? What you want to do is celebrate her slump. Say, yay, you're in your first slump. Woohoo! Guess what? You have completed a full cycle of business, okay? Because that's what we do. We have cycles of business. We have high sales, and then we have slumps. And then it goes back to high sales, and then we have slumps. Did you know Sherry Brown does the same thing? Just highs and lows. Did you know I do the same thing? I have some months where the sales just seem to be coming, and people want to host, and it's just hot, and having fun. And I have months where, like, all of a sudden, nobody wants to host. And I have to do more work. I have more time to follow up with people and really, connect with people because it's not coming in easy, okay? Everybody has that. Here's the difference. Leaders don't quit, okay? Leaders don't quit. Even if the months are slow, high, you just keep going, okay? Because you're going to have success in the long run, okay? So, quick recap, because it was a little chaotic with kids and stuff. So, selling. Make sure you're selling. Leaders still need to be selling because that's where you're going to meet your future leaders, okay? Your future hostesses. That's where all of your business comes from. It starts with the sales. Parties. Get your calendar filled, okay? Be an example for your team. Your team will do half of what you do. So if you're doing 500 in sales, expect your team average to be about 250. If you're doing 1,000 in sales, your team's going to be about 500. So if you want higher sales on your team, then you need to do more sales yourself. They just follow the example of you. It's totally true. Sponsoring. You need to make a sponsoring goal, and you need to sponsor every single month. And I'm going to quote Bree Richardson here because I totally believe this. If you're talking to 2 people a week and it's not working for you, then double that. Talk to 4 people a week. If you're talking to 4 people a week and you're not getting the results that you want, triple it. Okay, you just need to talk to more people. We still have people joining left and right. Left and right, okay? Left and right. You just need to talk to them first. And you need to help them get started first. Okay? I mean, I had a girl, I think she's from Vermont. She messaged me, okay, on Facebook. It went to my other folder. Hate that thing. Went to my other folder. I don't know how she found me. Maybe through YouTube, I'm not sure. Found me, messaged me, and said, hey, I'm interested in joining. I didn't see her message until a couple hours later because it was morning. I'm getting my kids off to school, all that good stuff. I get on my Facebook and I say, oh, that's fantastic. I'll love to send you some more information about the business. She messages me back. She said, oh, I already signed up. 2 hours. No joke, okay? People are joining left and right. Who can you contact first before they contact somebody else, okay? Don't have that mentality of scarcity. That will kill your business. We are not oversaturated. Not everybody has heard of Unique. So if you think that to yourself, it's going to prevent you from taking action. You're going to sit in your basement. I'm in my basement. You're going to sit in your basement and be like, oh my gosh, everyone's heard of Unique. How am I going to sell this? Okay. I had somebody when I joined, okay, she signed up right after me. I think she was the very first presenter that signed up with me. Very first, okay. This is when we had less than 3,000 presenters. She signed up. She hit pink, yellow, hit pink within a month or 2. And then she just stopped. Totally stopped selling. And I was in the middle of a move and I didn't do my job as a sponsor and reached out to her. But a month later, I kind of reached out to her and said, hey, you were doing so great. What's going on? She said, well, now everyone I know sells it. That was like, we had less than 5,000 presenters. What? She joined another business because the grass is always greener on the other side, right? Had she just not quit, had she just found a way to talk to new people, okay, where could she be now? So there's not so scarce. There's nothing as scarce. There's no such thing as scarcity, okay? We don't have it. Get your new presenters off to a great start. Hold hands with them. Partner with them. Be on a mission to help them succeed. Take those arrows, you know, instead of thinking about yourself, I need the sales, me. Point them outward at your team. Okay, point them outward at others. How can you help others? You help others get what they want. You get what you want. That needs to be your mantra in this business. That's how you succeed. If I help my whites get to yellows, help 10 of them, oh my gosh, I'm green. All of a sudden, I'm green. If I help 3 people get to pink on my team, I'm green. That's how it happens, okay? Take the arrows off of yourself, focus on your team, and be driven to help them succeed, and you will succeed, okay? So hopefully this call helps you guys figure out, okay, how do I make this business work? What does it look like? Fill your calendar. Get people as part of your organization. Get them going off to a great start. Encourage them over and over and over and over and over again, and believe in them. And don't let them quit, okay? I made a mistake. I had a presenter that was hit pink status. She was sponsoring, she was building, and she got frustrated because her team wasn't duplicating. She had sponsored 10. Remember I said 10's that magical number. I could see her success just around the corner, and I didn't tell her that. I didn't tell her that, and she said, I think I'm done. I'm ready to quit. You know, I don't want to do it anymore. And I didn't fight for her to stay in the business. I said, okay, you know, I'm sorry you feel that way. And I let her quit on herself, okay? Don't do that with people. Learn from my mistake, okay? She'd probably be blue or green by now had I just not let her quit on herself. And if I believed in her more than she believed in her, that's what a good coach does. I'm still learning, okay? I'm still working on myself and trying to improve in that area, but that's what a good coach does. It is. Okay, so we've gone way over the 30 minutes, so I'm going to let you guys go. Have a wonderful night. We will not have a team call next week, or we might. We'll see. We'll see if I can get, I won't be doing the team call. We'll just say that. We will have a team call next week, but it'll be by one of our other fabulous leaders on our team. I have a feeling who I'm going to ask. Have a wonderful evening. I will be in the UK next week, so I may not be accessible by phone, but I will be accessible by message. It might just be weird hours that you know, I may not respond as quickly as normal. So have a fabulous week. I'm so excited for May. It's going to be amazing, no pun intended, and it's going to be fabulous. So Mother's Day gifts, we got all sorts of stuff going on. Graduation gifts, you name it. So, all right, have a fabulous evening, and I'll get this recorded posting. So thanks, guys.